Hello YouTube! I am Pinstar and this is Pinstar Plays Mechabellum. So in our last video we ended up focusing on one of the new units, and I decided, you know what, that might be an interesting way to take this return to this series, is to go through each of the new units, show them off, show the use cases, explain how they work and how they fit in along with the rest of the units, new or otherwise. So one thing I didn't mention last episode about the Sabertooth, before we get into this episode, is that there is a new concept. By the way, these are all of the units and all the modifications you can make to them. As far as so there's a concept that I didn't focus on, which is known as the rare unit. The Sabertooth is one of 4 quote-unquote rare units. The only way that you can get a rare unit is either by starting with a specialist that gets them, like we did in the last game, or getting them as one of the random unit drops during a match. Meaning that during a match, you don't have the ability to just hard research one of these units whenever you want. You have to depend on either your specialist or a random drop. So you can't guarantee access to them every single game. That's not to say that they are necessarily more or less powerful than the other, the non-rare units, but they tend to mix things up a little bit more. But you can't build a comp, that depends 100% on them. Not unless you have the appropriate specialist, but you won't always get offered that specialist. So keep that in mind. The other 3 rare units, which are the Fire Badger, the Typhoon, and the Farseer, are also all brand new units. They're also new units that are not rare, but we will go into them as we see fit. So just again, better for me to have time to yap and explain things. We're going to continue going against the computer. I promise I will go against some human opponents once we're all done with these. But let's see what we got here. For the sake of diversity, I will try to avoid going into Sabertooths. Not that like I said, it's not a unit that I find myself going to every single time. So yeah, probably not taking the Sabertooth specialist again. All right, so the other specialists do not immediately give us a new unit, but there's things that we can do. Fortified specialist. Actually, fortified specialists with steel balls and crawlers, these two like having more hit points. Fortified specialist gives them all more hit points. So while it doesn't necessarily point us to one of the new units, it's still a good combo. Cost control, by the way, gives you 100 more supplies every turn, but makes all of your units a little bit weaker. Aerial Specialist makes all of your area units a little bit stronger, and it's free to unlock them as you see fit. But I'm not a huge fan of this specific combo of starting units, so we'll go Fortified Specialist. All right, let's see here. Our opponent is Giant Specialist, which means it costs them no resources to unlock Giants. They still need to pay for the Giants, and their Giants are no stronger than normal. Okay, we're up against Stormcallers and Arclights. Actually, I'm really, really happy about that, because both of our units... All right, we're back. So, the steel balls here have, they basically are laser units. They lock onto a target and start doing very little damage, but then the longer they stay on their target, the more their damage ramps up. Which is, pretty good against high health target, and pretty bad against numerous smaller targets, of which they don't have any. Now, they could unlock and buy some chaff, which they probably will. But it's still generally pretty good. Our crawlers like to run in. While they will get chewed up by the Arclights, if I can get some crawlers snuck in, they will absolutely devastate the Stormcallers. And both of these units tend to be a little bit faster than the Stormcallers can shoot, so they can generally dodge them. Now, that being said, I do have a feeling they're going to deploy some chaff of their own, and we need to be able to clear that chaff. We could just do more crawlers, which I think might be a smart thing. Also, I mean, we can unlock one of the free... I mean, we can unlock any of the units, but you really want to just pick one of the freebies. Even if you don't necessarily use them, you can unlock only one unit per turn. You know what? I'm just going to unlock marksmen, but I'm not going to build them. I'm going to get more crawlers. Because you get 2 deployments, so you really want 2 100 cost units. All right, since that, I'm going to put all... So there's a couple different ways you can do these deployments. You can be asymmetrical, also known as aggro, or you can guard both of your towers equally, which is known as standard. We're going to do a little aggro, and we're going to actually put stuff up front. There are risks to doing this, but there are rewards in the sense that they get to the enemy's tower and their backline faster than than might be otherwise. So we're gonna put you here. Just good to have some form of token defense / offense just to slow them down. And then, yeah, you know what? We'll put some chaff back here to arrive a little bit later to the party. All right, let's see how we go here. Yep, there's their chaff. I figured as much. So this right here is really good because these guys aren't getting slowed down by their chaff, and they're going right after the storm callers. And the steel balls will be right here to take down these arc lights, which are otherwise really good against my crawlers. There goes their tower. And yeah, these arc lights are focusing on my steel balls, which, you know, the steel balls have a decent amount of health. And this is where our health specialist, you know, our guys tend to have. Now, I don't know if we're actually going to win this one because these steel balls are going to focus on these chaff and then just take missiles to the face. These guys are going to eventually take my tower down, but as long as we can melt these guys down, you know, we're too close for them. And yeah, even with the debuff, you know, the lasers stay on long enough and we just power through that. We're still probably going to lose because this guy's at like no health. So yeah, but we take what, like 16 damage or something like that? Extended range steel balls, but decreases hit points. I could do with that. I mean, because we already have a little bit of a health bonus, so the penalty it's additive, one way or the other. So we're still going to have lower health than usual with this, but still pretty good. We'll take that. Now, for these guys, we could probably go into arc lights ourselves, and since we know exactly where they're positioned, we can move to intercept. And since we have the money, let's you can buy another deployment for a round for 50, and that gives us the 100. At which point, you know what? Let's get another set of crawlers and put them back here. Or even better, let's put them on the flank. Let's put them up here because they could swarm and take out the tower. I think that's pretty good. All right, they level them up. Luckily, yeah, we have this here. Unfortunately, yeah, he is exactly what we... Oh, they upgraded them with fire. So now their stormcallers leave patches of fire on the ground, which will greatly harm our crawlers. All right, well, at least our surprise crawlers take down their tower, and a couple of them live. But yeah, them just walking across the fire, they just die. So yeah, we should probably chill with the crawlers. Alright, let's see. Alright, here's our... so the Typhoon is one of the new rare units. And actually, I think that might be a smart play here. 2 squads of Typhoons. Because, yeah, they're deploying a lot of chaff against us. Oh, the steel ball's leveled up, too. So yeah, they have a barrier that they can deploy. In fact, well, so the barrier isn't so great for the crawlers. They're just going to charge ahead. So I don't actually know if barrier is the smart play here. I do want to level up the steel balls. We could give them fortified target lock. So this basically says that if there's something that is high hit points within range, they'll actually prefer that over some chaff, but they don't actually have a lot of high hit point stuff. I do want to upgrade you because level 2s against level 2s. We do still have 2 deployments left. We could upgrade you guys, but I don't know if that's going to... The last thing we have, the last free unlock we have are Fangs, which is what they're using against us. But Fangs tend to get taken out pretty readily by these guys. You know what? I'm going to get a pair of marksmen, and we're going to put them behind the Typhoons, because the Typhoons are really good at taking out chaff, which the marksmen would otherwise waste their time on, allowing the marksmen to pop higher health targets. All right, that's pretty good. Okay, they have... So that does percentage-based damage. But look at these guys just absolutely just tear through. Oh, and they went with a really... I'm really glad I took marksman here. Because, yeah, this kind of thing is not... yeah. Wow, that went really well. Let's see. Laser sights on one unit to give it extreme range would be an interesting... Yeah, I like that. We could go, now that they're starting to get some bigger and beefier units back in, we could go more steel balls. We could also look into teching them up. Like fortified target lock might be an interesting one. This is actually one of the new techs. They didn't used to have this tech. Let's try it out. I haven't actually done fortified target lock before. And then we'll give the range to... you guys. I don't think we need more Typhoons. If we overcommit to them, they will punish us for that. An interesting thing, so, well, we could go to the Wraith. That's another one of the new ones that might be good. Wraiths are really good at chaff clear, but we already have the Typhoons. Let's get one more Typhoon. And yeah, we'll put you guys over here. And then, you know, we'll get a unit of steel balls. One more. Put them back here. So that we have some single target goodness. Yeah, we're out of free unlocks. We could just spend our last 50 for a random unlock, but I don't necessarily know what I want to unlock. And you can also just bank the money. Or, you know what? We'll just level this guy up. That works. Alright, they got advanced range here. Oof. Alright, that barrage hit us pretty hard. Yeah, that one arc light that they have is... who are we missing? Nice. I should have paid more attention over here, but these guys seem to be doing pretty well. Barrier. Barrier would be an interesting one. Nano repair kit, also an interesting one for the steel walls. Yeah. The nano repair kit can go pretty well. I do need to do something to distract these guys. I think what I'm going to do, so first off, nano repair kit to, actually how much XP? Yeah, you guys got barely any because you just died almost instantly. We'll nano repair kit here. But let's, so here's a little trick I've found. So what we're going to do, we're going to put these guys up here. And that's going to hopefully draw the attention to here. And then there's a tech called the beacon, a mobile beacon. This allows you to manually override the AI movement pattern. So we're going to tell you guys just to run here and then go to here. That's going to hopefully cause them to charge up here. These guys will shoot at them and not shoot at these guys. All right, you've got that. Typhoons. Mechanical rage isn't going to really help. They're not doing air, really. We could do barrier. Actually, let's do barrier. Because these guys have ignite, which will set the larger units on fire and do percentage-based damage. We've got 350 left, 1 deployment left. I don't think another Typhoon is the correct answer. But I do think another thing of distraction crawlers is the right answer. So these guys will probably die horribly and instantly, but these guys won't be firing at these guys. Yes, you can get a promotion. And yeah, you know what? We can do global attack and defense buffs. Alright, they're going to EMP us here. That zaps their shields and turns off their technology. Oh, they got a Scorpion. Another one of the new units. But hey, they did their job of distracting them, and that let my guys connect long enough. Yeah, this Scorpion, however, did take them out. Alright, so we're a little lopsided here. Alright, well, I'm glad we're taking some of them out. Yeah, this guy's going to die, but... yeah, the Scorpion's really good at medium units, like the steel balls, sledgehammers, that sort of thing. So yeah, they did the correct pick with that. All right, extended. Oh, they could go Stormcallers with or extended range Stormcallers. We could get a second mobile beacon if we really wanted to. Efficient light manufacturing might be an interesting one. Because we're not really playing around with giants. Alright, efficient light manufacturing. Alright, you guys a promotion. Ooh, you guys all leveled. That's good. We could also click super extendo range here. And that plays with the fortified target lock, although that's all of our supplies, so maybe not this round. We want to be buying units. We do want steel balls, but we do need to make sure we back that up. Let's get a thing of steel balls. I'm going to put you up along here. We're going to mobile beacon both of you guys up to there and then to there. See if we can't fry you before you do any more damage to us. They still have a lot of chaff. I am gonna unlock the Wraith, because the Wraith is like this big UFO style thing. It's got a lot of attacks. It's very short range, but it also is pretty tanky. And a lot of their stuff doesn't hit flying. And yeah, they have these Mustangs. This thing can take Mustangs to the face without complaining too much. All right, and then as far as leveling stuff up, we'll level you up since we have the extra 50. Yeah, so this guy is focusing on these guys, which gives us enough time to focus them down and blow them up. All right, he's locked on. Boom. I didn't even see how well our other guy performed. All right, he's got a melting point now. Melting points. The bigger brother, the giant of the steel balls. Phoenixes are really good single target. And while not immune to the thing, we can buy them, tech them up, and they'll be good. And since these guys start at level 3, we can do elite marksman. That increases their damage and their range based on their level. Yeah, actually, we want both of these guys here. We want to go giant hunting. Level up these guys. We need some chaff in the front now, because otherwise the melting point will lock on to our Wraith too quickly. We could do something as easy as just some of these guys. They will die horribly and instantly, but that's okay. Get you promotion, because yeah, this worked out beautifully. Let's get our... All right, we've got 500 left. One deployment, which can be 2 deployments if we really wanted it to be. We could get a couple more Wraiths. Well, one more Wraith. Let's get one more Wraith. One more Phoenix? One more Phoenix. We'll put you back here. And then who's our random level up? Or do we want a random level up? You should be fine. All right. All right, yeah, see, he's locking onto those sooner rather than later. All right, good. Our steel balls are locking onto this guy, so he's down. Ah, they have Wraiths of their own, but that's why we have our Phoenixes. They also have some random high-level tanks. Yeah, they blew up my stuff before we could get to it. Luckily, the Scorpion, while really, really tanky, can't hit air units. Is that enough? Oh, just barely. All right, folks. So I guess that was the Typhoon with a little bit of Wraith. I'm going to call this the Typhoon episode, though, because, yeah, clearing out that chaff allowed all of our other stuff to do their thing. And we get to play with one of the new techs on the steel balls. I kind of like how they did it. Granted, we had the rare extended range card for them. But, yeah, works out for me. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, it's been Pinstar signing out. See ya.